Okay, so we're live. Sorry, gang. I was having a hard time with Zoom. Zoom was being a little. Don't say those words on the internet. I mean, you can say those words on the internet. I'm just not going to say those words on the internet. Um, so this is important, people. We got to pay attention. So Lou and I have been having a little conversation. I wasn't drunk. She was sober, and we kind of got some crazy ideas up our sleeves, as always. And we want to do some little pivoting action. Don't worry, we're not running away yet. Y'all ain't got on the nerves that much. But I have been having somewhat of a creator crisis in the fact that I'm going to say something that sounds very much like my mama. I'm
Do
tired of
it.
talking to myself. And when my mom said that, I was normally about to get my ass beat. No, we can't beat
We're
your
about to
ass.
get your.
We can't beat your ass. That's not it. However, sometimes now it's probably worse for you guys because I'm medicated, so I'm much more clear on what's going on in the world instead of just moving 100 miles an hour. For for just to make it explain really easy, it takes a lot of time and effort to do this and to make 319 videos in a row. And I can see on one hand, I got big ass hands, but I can see on one hand the amount of people that are actually grasping and doing in comparison to the amount of people that are seemingly still stuck. That's a bad reflection on me as your. I was gonna say something really jacked up that would not come out good. I better not say that. It almost slipped. Uh, that's a bad reflection on me as quote unquote, person trying to help you. It's a bad reflection on Lou because I sucked her into this. She's on her own cognizance. She's not hostage. There's no duct tape or string.
Mm-mm.
However, selfishly, how can I go to people and tell them that you should let me speak on your stage so I can help more people when the only thing I can show them is a Paul Sr. or a Taisha or a Gretchen? Like, your community got three people in it? No. I mean, there's more, but I'm just saying. Like, it's a bad reflection. So, we're like, okay, I'm not ready to give up. She's not ready to give up. I'm speaking for both of us. You can tell me shut up, Lou, if you wish.
No, but we talked, so I know we're on the same page.
So here's what we're going to do. In
We had like a
theory,
teacher meeting.
here's what we're going to do. We are going to flip creators unstuck. And this is a call. This is a casting call. Not like those ones on the yellow and black site, Raphael. Not those kind of casting calls. Hi, Rafi. Rafi's here. I just want to say hi to my buddy. Seriously, one of my favoriteest people in the whole world. And I have a question for you somewhere, so don't run away yet. If you have to go, let me know so I can ask the question before you leave. Um, anyway, we want to do, I don't even want to call it a hot seat because that might even scare people. But we want to switch it to where it's going to look a little wee something like this, where we're like over here, and this person over here will be you, and you're going to come with your plan or your idea or your drama, whatever, and then we're going to have full ass therapy mode right here, right now on the internet. And when you leave the end of that show, you will have a plan of action. And then we're going to revisit that in a couple of few weeks and see what's actually going down. Because, like my mama said, I'm really tired of talking to myself. I don't know if you guys understand this or not, but I semi take it personal when I'm giving you everything that I got that can help you, and you still come in with the same excuse? If it's deeper than that, I understand. Trust me. Like, and maybe I'm an asshole that took me so long, but now that I'm in therapy, I'm starting to catch on to things that are way deeper than I thought. Like, put I put Thug on top of it. I was self medicated by Thug because I don't teetotal drink like that, so I don't get that kind of drunk. So not that sort of alcoholic. Um, Alcoholics, quitter. I ain't a quitter. That was a stupid joke. Um, I'm not into like harsh drugs, so I never self medicated it like that. But maybe I self medicated it by over gangstering things that I should have paid attention to. Like, oh, it's just a little flesh wound, and it turns out to be like a pussy infected deep cut. And the people that walk around on a broken ankle for like 3-4 days and like really shatter their ankles. Yeah, like I've done stuff like that, which is why my legs are so bad now. So maybe, just growing up the way I grew up, going to the military, spending time around special forces, like I just over tough things that I shouldn't have toughed it through. And so now that I'm finding clarity on some of that stuff, like, yeah, maybe it's deeper. Yeah, just walk it off, Rap said. Maybe it's deeper than what you know, and maybe we can help, and maybe we'll have to tell you we can't help you, and you need to like reformulate something. But it's frustrating to just come here every week and spit game. And I have friends who I deeply love, who I know they want to do this because they say they do. And either you're lying to my face, unacceptable, or it's something bigger than that, or we just haven't done a good enough job teaching you, whatever. If the whole class gets an F on my paper, I'm not blaming you. I couldn't stand when the teacher came in and be like, all of y'all got an F. Yeah, Miss Rosen, you dipshit, because you teach horribly. It wasn't us, it was you. Like, we not the one getting paid to do this shit. All right, sorry. All right, Mary Lou, your turn. I quit.
Yeah, so the inaction, like, because we do really care. We care and we look at you guys. Like, I don't think you understand. We're not just talking at you. We really are like, what can we talk about in order to help XYZ, right? Like we're trying to like prescribe and like talk specifically, but not specifically sometimes. But the inaction, I can see it's catching. It's like it's contagious.
It's more
But we need to
contagious than the
switch.
doing.
Yes. So we have to like get more of the people doing in order to make that the stronger front, right? So, it's like I even think about like when did we start this show? I know we
Almost a
were
year and a half
talking
ago.
about like these kind of things, but it's like it's been a while. So if we think about who of you guys who've been watching, what have you done in the last year since you started watching us? Like, love it that you come and hang out, but are you progressing? Are you doing anything else? Are you getting out of your comfort zone? So, you know, it's interesting because I mean, I get it because like I'm in a weird spot right now where I'm stuck and I'm like not finding like I called Doc. I was like, Doc, I am losing the plot. I'm not quite sure what we're doing and why we're doing it. Where it's like conceptually, yes, but are we effective? Are we landing? Like, is this the right mountain to be climbing, or do we need to be doing it in a different way?
Yeah.
Doc and I can have a podcast about anything. Like,
Right.
seriously, we could
We could just come on
just
and
start
be
talking about
friends for an
whatever.
hour and call it, hey, motherfuckers, Doc and Mary Lou speaking game. We just call it that.
Yeah.
Like, I
like,
would more
call
than
it
happy
whatever.
talk to my bestie for an hour on the TV once a week. Like, no thought, no process, no script, no nothing.
Yeah.
It's just literally, it's rare in life. And this is a testament to you, but I think everybody has a Mary Lou somewhere. No, you ain't that lucky. I scored. But,
This is a hope you have. Hope you have someone you can
but
just
hopefully you
chit-chat
have
with, right?
someone where you could just like, sit down and just talk story with them, whatever. Like when we have these long drives, around the Massachusetts area, me and Paul talk about the dumbest shit. But it's just I'm cruising with Paul. Paul is like, shotgun. Now I hope he can shoot better than he pick music, but like I could just ride around in the car with Paul and talk shit, because that's my dude. Like we've been like pretty much family over the last couple of years. So it doesn't have to be that serious. However, Paul Sr. just mentioned it point blank, right? Like our success is your success, whatever. I'm trying to flip it in my head. I should have just read it how he wrote it. Your success is our success and vice versa. And I think it's true. And, I'm not here at all trying to compare Paul to anybody. And I know you guys are going to say, yes, he had a good head start or whatever. But like when I first met Paul and he said, listen, I want to get this thing's done and this is where I want to go. And I listen to all these other people and I just don't like what they say. And it's not because their advice is wrong. I just feel that there's an undertone of let me get rich off of you to it. Whereas I feel like you're just some dude at the pub who would just tell me point blank, listen, dumbass, do this, do this, do this, do this. Little did he know he was absolutely correct. So, and I say Paul is probably the biggest success story because it's just the raw facts. Like he came to me, he was sitting around 60,000 trying to get to 100, and now he's about to crack 200. And the one thing I can say about Paul is he literally tries everything we say. And he'll come back sometime be like, nah, dude, that didn't work. That was dumb. And other times he goes, holy schnuckies, that was gold. I can't use the British accent. But he's like, that was gold. I did exactly what you said. And look, here's the results. Like I can expect a minimum of 2 or 3 times a month to get a DM from Paul Sr. with his homework. Right? There was a time for personal reasons he had to dip for like a month and a half. And he felt bad about it. He felt bad about it. The man went from like 120 to 140, like an additional 20,000 subs in the time he took a break. And he felt bad about it because he didn't want to let me down. Hurt down. And he said, do you mind if I just, spit questions here and there? I'm like, bro, do what you got to do. Come through. At this point, you're family. Like, jump in. And, he's back at it, full speed. Like, the man will crack up two grand by the end of the year, 200 grand by the end of the year. And I think everybody has that in them. And I don't know what the discouragement points are. I don't know where we keep getting stuck. I don't know where we keep getting lost. But yeah, I want to make sure that we're not failing you by scaring you, giving you crazy advice. Like you just not feeling it. Like, yo, if we just want to hang in the Zoom room and drink 40s, I would do that. I'm a flexible cat. You know what I mean? I could just sit around. We could watch Game of Thrones and talk spicy. I ain't watching Bridgerton with Kat and Mary Lou, though. That's out of my wheelhouse. But,
that gets spicy.
Rappy said, some need to just need to set to do something hard and follow through with it. They can fix a lot of things. Stop lying to yourself. We know what we need to do. Just choose not to in most cases. Yeah, 100%. Right? So, like a legit, I want to make it more practical to the point where we literally like look at the stack, diagnose things that we can diagnose. This is almost like going to a trainer or like me going to my nutritionist, Jennifer. Like, I'm like, Jen, I hate diets. Cool, I'm not going to make you diet. Oh, but that's what a nutritionist does. That's not what a nutritionist does. That's what the internet says nutritionist does. What a nutritionist does is tell you how to pay attention to what you eat so you make better decisions. All right, cool. So once I got over all of the things, and let's be straight, what we're asking you for, if we had to charge you, it'd probably be like $400 or $500. So this is your opportunity. Like, you're not going to catch one of these. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. Fuck that. I'm cocky. Bitch, I'm good at this.
Do it. Yes.
I'm going to take it back. I'm going to stop selling myself short because it sounds nice on the internet. Fuck that. I'm good as shit at this. Ask Paul C. go to how to repair on YouTube and ask him how many things that we've talked through, and I give him ideas, and he's run through with them and how they have helped. I'm gonna stop selling my social. I'm not gonna be an ass about this. I'm not being fluffy, right? Like, I got grown ass folks that call me and ask me to help them with their shit, and they got big ass channels. So I'm gonna give you, not from the kindness of my heart. This is for a show, and I'm just not ready to give up, and I can't let Mary Lou give up. But y'all, I'm gonna tell you, as her best friend, y'all don't want to lose her, cause then y'all just back to me being a dick again. Look how much she's made me be nice.
We got him into therapy. We got him on, looking at other stuff. And so what I kind of feel might be the problem sometimes is we're here, every week. We chit chat with you. We hang out. It's like 2 hours of motivation and focus and this and that. But then did you just spend the time to you feel like you did something just because you watched?
Ooh, speak on that, Lou. Speak on that.
Because like when we were talking, when I was like, who are we helping? What are we doing? Like, is this actually effective? He's like, well, there's like Yolanda, right?
Oh,
She
Yolanda.
pops in once in a while, but we don't see her because she's doing it,
She's doing it.
right?
Yolanda and
So it's
Ty
not that we
definitely
don't
go on the
want you in
list.
the audience,
Yeah.
right? But we can tell if you're like, we're just watching just to hang out and like support. I love the support. I appreciate the support, but it's the folks like I have inside of Video Creator Club don't always come to watch this show, but they're getting stuff done. Like Kleb, checking in all the time, getting stuff done, right? Progress is happening. So we know it is effective. I guess what we are talking about is effective, but how can we best approach this one where it feels like you got some skin in the game, I think. And I think that like actually you come on and we talk about it, your particular case by case situation, then what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? But I think this is a good solution.
I think this is a good solution. It's a good try. And like I said, like worst case scenario, we'll just go back to like unsticking each other. Like, okay, Mary, this is where I'm at. All right, cool. We could go vlog brothers about this thing. Cause I think the conversation is important. I do think that there are people that catch it on the side. When we've done it at, like in person at camp, or when I've sat down, sometimes we go to these eCamp things and we have these little houses, right? I've sat down in a box with creators who you probably never even going to see. And as a matter of fact, Kleb was with me in Boise, and we sat down at Table and Kid Studios, and we got like 6, 7, 8 people on game. Like they sat down, they got their little notepad out, we went through some steps, and they're out here doing it. I look at my buddy Mike Smith now, right? Mike Smith is out here doing it, and he was just a dude that signed up for a little bitty session at Kid Studios. And then we ended up catching up with him again in Chicago. And then now he's going live once a week. He's doing his thing, like he's picking up, right? I went toe to toe with Brandon for damn near 3 years to get him to create the live show. You can't get that dude off the internet. Every time I turn on my damn YouTube, Brandon ass be up in here talking about, look, this camera did this. I'm like, Brandon, go the hell away. It's like I've created a monster. But look at the good that he's doing, right? People go, I hate to make people feel bad. People go to his stream. I was there on Friday, and there was like no less than like $600 super chats. Like that's how effective he is. And imagine, I want you to imagine for 1 second, and I want you to imagine this really, really clearly. Imagine if he let his fear and his ego hold on for another 3 years, where he couldn't help the people that he's helping. When you help somebody enough that they sending out C-note super chats, not on his birthday, not fundraising, for no other reason than, damn, this is exactly what I needed. Him and JP doing it. So your fear, your protection, your procrastination, your ego, your alter ego, your wife, boyfriend, sister, cousin, them, whoever is stopping you is allowing you to be selfish with the knowledge that you have to share with the world. You people have gifts. I don't mean animations, I mean presence of whoever you got it from. God, Satan, Beelzebub, I don't care. Whoever you got it from, you got gifts. I use Final Cut, also use DaVinci, and I have a collection of plugins that I use to make my job easier. One of my friends who's in the chat has been in motion graphics for quite a long time. And he said, there's a bunch of stuff out there, but there's not this. Let me take my motion graphic skills and build a nice little package that's only 30 bones that everybody and their mother can use to make their videos better without complicated editings, without complicated learning how to do stuff, without a whole bunch of settings to play with. You just drop, and roll. That's not how it goes. Anyway, Raphael took his gifts, and made a thing called Ludwig Tools or whatever the hell he calls it. I don't care what they call it. Them joints work. And you ain't seen a video on my channel since like November when they came out that doesn't have Raphael's tools in it. You ain't seen one. Maybe those 30 days of DaVinci, but for the most part, it's in every video at this point. And all of my thousands of dollars dumped into premium VFX, I hardly even use them joints anymore. I just use the ones that Rafi made because it was like the perfect little toolkit. So imagine him being scared to do that and not sharing a tool that allowed me to create content, not just faster, but I mean fucking faster because I'm 319 days into this bitch. That's called taking your fear of what if I don't sell any, taking your, oh, you shouldn't sell digital goods because they're a pain in the ass. You should only sell physical goods. Or opening up a Shopify store is really hard. You shouldn't do that. Or opening up a fourth wall store and all the other crying and whining and shit that gets spread around the internet. Rafi went la 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 la, and then he just did it. And he came on our thing and he showed us it. And then he offered it to everybody. And then I bought it. And then I use it like, whoa. Like every damn day. I used it yesterday. I'm finna use it today. So that's what I mean by like, you have something. We don't know what it is. Maybe you ain't figured it out yet, but let us help you get to that as opposed to just sitting here looking cute on the internet, because I can do that no matter what, regardless of what Caleb says. And
Cute all over the internet.
And phenomenally, thank you, because you pushed Cleb. And I pushed them forever too, but they don't listen to me. They listen to you, which is cool. Because now, like, we were in Boise and then Cleb was on mission. And I was just like, well, I was deeply inspired by that. I'm not even joking. Like, when I first seen the first couple reels come out, and even today, Cleb is making a picture wall in their little house. She getting all fancy with the wall and whatnot. And I was like, that's a dope idea. You know, that's just really cool. So just to see Cleb sharing and, you know, coming out of the turtle shell or whatever and just introducing the world to more Cleb. Like, we know how dope Cleb is, but now the world gets to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is all here. This is all here. So, Juju, if you want to sign up to be one of the first ones, holla. Like, I'm more than happy, right? I'm more than happy. And I just want to make sure we did shout out Paul, but I want to give also shout out to Yolanda, of course. She's crushing it right now. I love what she's doing with her show. And it's even harder for her because she has a very seasonal topic. I want to give big ups to Taisha. Taisha's been out here doing her thing. She has been like seriously nonstop Cleb has been going seriously nonstop. AT is out here doing things, even amongst things she has comes up in life, things that she needs to do. She's been still out here trying. She's out here trying. She's working, thinking about pivoting, like the whole 9 yards. So it's not gonna all be winning, family. Like I can't guarantee you a win, but I can guarantee you better than what you're doing, trying to do it by yourself or pretending. Like, yeah. I don't even know what to say. I really want to be
Yeah.
positive and nice about this.
Well, and like this is interesting, right? Like, so you that are here with us, what do you feel like we could do that's actually going to help push you? Like segments. We could do segments that are audience wins, right? Like who's actually making some progress. Like have people submit some stuff. But really, if we just want to hang out on a live stream once a week, we can just also
Yeah.
call it a day,
Because
right?
there is things,
We
okay,
have
so the
other things
creator
we can talk
industry is
about.
forever popping, and legit, we could just talk about what happened this week in creators, right? Like, it's a nonstop thing. Like, I don't know if you guys paid attention today, because I'm going to say this. If it's Tuesday, it's Newsday. Sorry, YouTube Insider. YouTube
Hmm.
just dropped an entire Easter basket of stuff. Like they came out with so many updates this week. Now, of course, a lot of this is going to trickle and come here and fro or whatever. But they dropped live streams that are both horizontal and vertical simultaneously off of like one stream key in YouTube. Like they'll figure it out. They've dropped the ability to live stream and auto generate clips from your live stream for your shows. They dropped collaboration a little bit ago, but it's starting to come out like more gangster right now. Um, they if you don't watch that girl when she come on the TV, I can't remember her name, but
It's so exciting.
she does this weird blinky thing when she's reading that messes me up. So I had to pay not attention to her and just
Just
listen to what
listen.
she's saying. I know what she's doing. She's reading the teleprompter and the eyes getting dry, so she's trying to like wet her eyes, and that's funny to me because like I know people like that, and I'm just like I can't watch them when they talk because I look at people's eyes when they talk to me, and if you do weird things with your eyes, I'll look away. I'm not ignoring you. I'll get fixated on that and not pay attention to what you're saying. But YouTube dropped a whole bunch of stuff. Matter of fact, I don't even think she's even updated the video yet. But they dropped an entire like basket of your excuses was cute. Take these, go. Cause like even YouTube is getting tired of us making excuses. How about that? How about the platform is trying to make it so easy for you? I got one that they did, which is mind blowing. Okay, so we're doing the live stream like such. I got premium, so I have no idea what this mess looks like. But in theory, if you're watching the stream and a commercial pops off, it stops the stream, plays the commercial, and when the commercial is done, when you come back, the stream continues where you were, so you don't miss anything. But that causes people to be as like way back in the chat, right? Depending on how aggressive the person set their stream. Some people don't even touch that button, so it's not even that the creator's being greedy. They never press the button to tell it how to do the streams because they don't even know you can do that because not everybody knows that you can adjust how much commercials come and don't come. Okay, I don't mess with it, just to be honest with you, because I'm on this mindset that everybody who's a creator that's trying to do this seriously should technically be on premium no matter what it costs. Because I just that much of I stand on business, right? You could be say I'm wrong. I don't care. Don't you big up yourself next to me, lady?
I
So
just like try to readjust.
like I don't even care if you disagree with me. I'm just saying I think if you say you're going to do this, then you got to get the tool that allows you to do this uninterrupted because this is too important. All right. So anyway, they did something now where if you're doing a commercial, what they're going to do is like move your head over here and put the commercial over here, but it's more like a little bit wider on the people and a little bit less on the commercial. It's going to be like they do in the middle of a football game when they don't have enough time to full ass cut away to a commercial. They kind of just move you to the side and they put, Plaxvid, get this over here and it'll make your wee wee stiff again. And you might get depressed and you might have diarrhea or whatever, but at least your wee wee works. whatever. Like they do those in football games, people, because dudes be watching it. They be sitting by the beach with the hot tub and stuff, and then you don't see the part where homie got to stop and take the pill. Anyway, that's what they're. I think Plaxid is for your heart. I just mixed those up. Anyway, they're going to do that now so that you don't have to leave a stream. And so the commercial audio will attack you, but you can tell it to shut up and you can go back to hearing what people are talking about. Like YouTube literally just made all these tools out here so people can stop making excuses as to why it doesn't work. So they just did their masterful once a year, take all of this and shut up. So even more so, it's time to get in. Rafi says, too many are scared of how much work and time it would take to do the thing that they want to do. I kind of agree with that. And Caleb said, I just needed to figure out how to make it make sense to me. This is also very true. So, freaking Rich. Rich always come with the jokes. And if you do, you still my man. Who cares? Rich is my dude. Listen, I just think like there's so much, and yes, again, I'm so much about language. And I called out boss the other day because she said, like, well, I have the script and I use it, but I don't use it all the way, or I don't use it. I forgot what the exact terminology she said. And I was like, Kates, stop that. We get mad stuff done with the script the way that we use it because it works in our map form. You shouldn't feel less than because you don't use it the way, say, like Jeff uses it, because Jeff is a Descript phenom. You know what I mean? Like, I could drive. I could drive better than most people. I can't drive like Lewis Hamilton, though. That doesn't make me a bad driver. That just means I ain't an F1 driver. But on the freeway, I can't be faded. I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make me feel bad because I can't drive like Lewis Hamilton, right? I can't even do a scratch golf. My handicap is plus 10. But that's not going to stop me from golfing. I'm going to go out. You know what I go to golf for? Whiskey. That's what I go to golf for. To hide away from people, talk with a couple of friends, for it takes us way too long because we out here doing shots for shots. But it's really just a moment to get away and be outside and touch grass and make holes in the grass because, denting up shots, hitting trees and, stepping in rabbit turds. Like, it's literally just an escape, fam. It's not, end all be all, right? I read and write Japanese, but I can't do haiku. That doesn't make me bad at Japanese. It's just not, I can't do haiku. Like, stop thinking that because you own a Rodecaster Pro, you need to now become an audio person. Can you move the slider up? Yes. Does the mic work when you move the slider up? Yes. If you hit the ha 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 button, does it ha ha ha? Yes. Cool. Start there. If you need to learn something else, learn it. You might not need to know nothing else.
And here's a thought. If you spend so much time listening to us or anyone that you feel like is quote unquote motivating you, like, and you're not actually doing, by the time you allow yourself to let that stuff seep in, it's already done.
Mm-hmm.
We're already on to the next thing because everything's changing so fast. So even like advice that we gave maybe a year ago might soon be obsolete. Like there's some like concepts that are like motivational, like that will like apply. But when we start getting into like technical things, if it was like, here's how to do a podcast, here's the ABC on how to do a podcast. I don't know how many people have actually took the notion and used the format for themselves. But now with the vertical and landscape live streaming, maybe that's going to change. Maybe podcasts are going to be not in fashion anymore. Maybe it'll be something else, right? So when you spend so much time, and this is from experience, right? Like from spending so many years where I was like, should I do a beauty channel? Is this how you do it? Oh, it has to be nice. Oh, it has to look this way. Oh, it has to be that. Should I do travel? Should I do this? Just so many years wasted on the think about it.
Yo, she did her head one time too many and got stuck. where's Mary Lou? Come back.
Or it's not the same thing.
You don't
It's
even know
turned
it,
into the
but
same
you
thing.
went and just think, and you got stuck. So all we heard
Oh,
was think, and then Mary Lou was stuck, and it was stuck on like the perfect frame. I was like, where did she go? Come back, Mary Lou. Well, y'all don't know what the bad words she said, but they just went into the ether.
the
um,
ether.
Kleb said something super important, and I want to make sure you guys really, really hear this. They said the most people don't realize reclaiming 1 hour a week from their TV time to spend creating, they will feel much more fulfilled. And I agree with this. I agree with this from the standpoint of I often say, what are you willing to sacrifice to make this happen? The reality is, you can make a pretty awesome, value packed, like people give backing, I don't know the right word I was trying to say, altruistic maybe, um, channel in an hour a week. You legit could do it in an hour a week. But your ego won't allow you not to edit a video. So that's the first thing that's going to take the majority of the time. Let's just say you only had 60 minutes a week to do this. If you could record for 10, title and thumbnail for another 20, upload it in the other 10, and then use it to create social media shorts in the last 10, that hour a week, you could create something pretty incredible that would help out a lot of people and give you what you want. What happens is we instantly over catastrophize the amount of work that has to be done, says Rafi in the first place. And Mary Lou's going to sneeze. Then, after we finish over catastrophizing, we spend a lot of time hunting and looking for all these weird tools that we may or may not need. In order to make the job easier, by the way, we're hunting for tools that will make the job easier instead of just doing the actual video. I can't tell you the amount of time I've spent looking for the quote unquote perfect B roll and been all up in Artlist for like a half an hour, 45 minutes looking for the perfect B roll. And then I put it in, and that B roll is going to be 3 seconds tops. I normally don't B roll longer than 3 seconds. But I spent 45 minutes at Artlist trying to find the perfect B roll. And at the end of the day, that perfect B roll did not change the story. If anything, that B roll was going to be used to hide a weird cut. I could have left a nasty cut and let the value sing for itself. I probably would have been faster to reshoot the part that I was cutting and splice that in cleanly. So for instance, if my head was here, I could just put that on Ecamm as a frame and then line my head up with the frame in transparency mode, turn that off, press record, and then start talking that second line again. And then when I get to the part where I'm finished, my head needs to be here. I can make sure that I'm somewhere in that vicinity and then use flow. I could have reshot the piece I needed to fix better with appropriate overlays and 45 minutes in the art list on nothing. So your ego trying to make you fix some shit instead of just leaving it is where you're getting stuck. Trying to be perfect is where you're getting stuck. I was going to make this reel today. I am going to make this reel today, so you'll hear it twice. I'm sorry. Deal with it. More people, because I just had this conversation with Brad, and Brad is my guy. You guys will know him. He's my homie. He lives down the street. His office is across the street. We worked on a bunch of documentaries together. If you fly Hawaiian Airlines, you watch some of the movies in the back of the headset. Like, I worked with Brad on a lot of that stuff because he owns a production company. And because he owns a production company and he makes commercial work, and he got tons and tons and tons and tons of Pelés and Emmys for stuff that he's done, Brad be trying to make his YouTube videos the way he makes his documentaries. And then he's like, I'm getting frustrated with YouTube. It's like so much work and then nobody watch it. I'm like, well, stop working so hard. Like, you accidentally shoot shit better than everybody else because you understand framing and lighting and storytelling with no words and all of the shit you have to do in commercials. You just need to just shoot and let it out. And like, how much did you time spend editing on that video? Oh, that took like about 12 hours. I'm like, son, you charge like $2,000. an hour to make a damn video. You getting your $2,000 back on that YouTube video? No. Well, then stop shooting it that way. And then he was like, well, I don't want to have clients come by and see the YouTube videos and it's not like what I work. I'm like, you ever seen a mechanic's car? You ever seen the architect's house? It ain't Mr. Brady. Let me give you that. That was TV. Most of these people don't have that stuff at home because they're doing the work. Matter of fact, if your mechanic's car is too fancy, he sucks. Why? Because he spent too much time working on his car and not on his clients. Clients don't think that way. You think they think that way. Those clients you talking about, they don't even have YouTube. They don't even look at it. They're the CEO of a multinational company. He ain't at home watching B-Rad Studios on the internet. So I told Brad, here's what you're going to do. You're going to make a whole brand new channel, and I'm normally against 2 channels. But you're going to make a channel that's just for your art. And then you're going to make a channel where you let the world know who the Brad is. Because he's one of my closest friends. I love that dude like family. We can sit down and talk forever. I respect him so much, and I want the whole world to be rad. That's what I call him, be rad. I want the whole world to see be rad. Like an amazing, amazing human being. And, now he's a father of 2. And I'm like, yo, just go be dad channel. Be goofy ass Brad, ex-skateboarder turned phenomenal filmmaker Brad, and show that to the world. You still can keep your art stuff separate. Because no one's going to look at you goofing off with the nephews and be like, oh, this dude can't shoot. Unfortunately, our filmmaker community, we create the biggest dramas for ourselves over Jack. And meanwhile, there's some girl with her phone on TikTok. Look, I just got my lips injected. 30 million views.
Right, because where's the differentiation there, right? Because he's a filmmaker, he's thinking that every video that comes out has to be a portfolio piece. But when a client comes to work with you, like the truth is, it's not just the portfolio work. They want to see a personality. So that's the purpose of showing the not portfolio piece, but like just you being a good person.
Yeah.
And that you are active and you're forward thinking and you're doing things. Like anybody's portfolio, you think before it was like YouTube and personal branding and things like that, like a portfolio was like what, 5 pieces that you made over the last decade. And they're like really good because you took time to make them. But that's not what YouTube is in that sense, right? We just take a lot of time to do things. And I know like part of my stuck, right? And like this is where this kind of started because I called Doc and I was like, I am stuck with all of this, right? Of why are we doing this? Like if like I know I can turn around 5 videos in a day, but I haven't been because I started to feel like, well, are we actually helping anyone? Like maybe I don't know what I'm doing. But I know that I do, right? But it's that like the inaction being catching. And
I tell you what
it
gets me stuck.
is a relationship.
I tell you what gets me stuck. I struggle with this a lot. I'm always going to tell people the truth, and I'm always going to try to do what's best for them, and I don't need to make a red cent out of it. And sometimes I get challenged by or even questioned by the people who are telling you what they think you want to hear just to make a buck. And there's the people that follow those people that think that what they're saying is golden and what they're saying is trapping you into a program. And what I'm telling you is just raw facts and how to do it for free and whatever. And I don't care. I don't need you to pay me. I'm square. And they question what I say. And that drives me crazy. I'm like, I could just flip. And Paul and I, little Paul, have discussed this all the time. I could just flip the switch and become one of those bag chasers, and I probably would blow my channel up. Like, if I closed down the community, sort of ignored all of that stuff, and just go create clickbaity, how to grow your joint on YouTube. Here's a bunch of shit you can buy. Here's a bunch of whatever, whatever. Like I could probably just do the same thing. Like I know all those people. A lot of those people are my friends. Like I could just take their blueprint and run with it, right? And I could probably do pretty decent because I could go full ass black exploitation. I can go full ass, BIPOC exploitation. Matter of fact, I could put on a wig and a dress and pretend to be, Rainbow Coalition. I can drag my S's. I can totally fake the funk, bro. But I can't sleep like that. So I struggle with that. And I struggle with like wanting to care about IG, which I go to for my entertainment, and I go to harass the living shit out of Mary Lou and Caleb's DM box because I'm weird like that. But like I haven't even felt like posting there because it's just like throwing it into the air. I think that social media has lost the social part of it, and it's just become BS, fake, complain, pretend to have a better life than you really do. It's missing the social part. So why I slide into all my friends' DMs? Because I'm trying to be social. Like this, if we seen this in the same room, we would have been peeing ourselves laughing so hard. This shit is funny. Like,
Yes.
really, Caleb, you just ranted about this. I need to see that video because I was telling this to Katie the other day. Like, I feel like social media has lost the social part. But here's me. Here's the difference between me and most folks. I ain't no bitch. And when I say that, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to go put out good shit to make it better. I'm going to just go add positivity to it because the negative side is getting on my damn nerves. So rather than, oh, social media is coming horrible, I'm just going to add more cool shit. You'll see a lot more prettier pictures of the outside. You're going to see a lot more cups of coffee. You're going to see a lot more lovely scenes and delicious food and, saying stupid shit. And I'm going to go in this challenge for myself until I get sick of it, of just coming to add something dope to the internet in short form every day. And I'm not even trying to grow from it. I'm not going to algorithmic nothing. I'm not going to over edit nothing. I'm going to put raw as fuck clips of just, let's make this place better. So I just posted one yesterday. Like, listen, I know you're thinking that iOS 26 is ruining your battery. It's not the freaking OS. It's all your apps are updating. Let it go. just don't listen to the crazy people. Let it go. Today, everybody's bitching about liquid glass. I'm like, two things. Turn it off. Go to that less transparency mode. Or let me know. I'll cash app you $5 to start your Android fund. Because I'm just tired of you bitching about shit that ain't got nothing to fucking do with anything. And yes, I'm angry about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, the world needs some love, bro. If you don't like liquid glass, family, ask for the donation so I could buy you an Android the fuck out of my face. What's going to happen though? Next year, next year, liquid glass comes to Android.
Uh-huh.
Like that shit don't matter, bro. Like how the fucking icons look don't matter. This asshole running into Georgia, snatching an assload of Koreans that work at a fucking Korean factory for a fucking Korean company on proper visas and sending them back, that shit matters. You bitching about fucking icon colors, you bitch? Did I just get mad? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That made
Yeah. Losing the
Yolanda,
plot.
Yolanda ears are hurting right now. Sorry, Yolanda. That gets me heated, bro. We crying about icons. People are starving.
When there's
Your
like real
first world
problems in
nation
the
ass
world.
bitch is crying about icon colors? Man, fuck off.
Yeah.
All the way. Full ass can.
Yeah. And it,
I'm
and
sorry.
I get I get stuck with the, is what I'm doing in the world putting good things in the world? Am I like fueling bad or like, Ob says, sprinkling joy like glitter? right? Because there are real things to worry about. And when working with creators, sometimes like when I see that it is such a problem and they cannot differentiate social media from real life, then I just feel like I'm pushing cigarettes on kids because it is built to be addictive. Because people are only putting out the highlight reels or the things that are inflammatory because it feeds the juju of more numbers, more numbers, more numbers, right? Feels like you're doing it right, but like at what cost? So for the things that we do, what is the cost? Like, what does it cost you to do it? What is it going to cost you if you stop doing it? And then kind of weigh those things out. Now, Doc forever has been like just speaking the truth about you really, if you're going to do this, this is how you do it, XYZ. And over the past couple months, I have absolutely seen with his daily post that the vulnerability is coming out. And I'm like, that's my friend. That's the reason why this is the person who knows what they're talking about. That's the reason you can connect with someone on a human level and then maybe learn something because it's going to get less and less human. Like when I go on social media and I'm like, AI script, swipe, AI script, swipe. Like I can tell in moments, right? But then when you get to something that somebody's like actually sharing a piece of themselves, it makes me so happy. Even if it's, about something hard or something joyous, just the vulnerability of like actually seeing the truth in the world, that's community. That's what I want to be part of. So I applaud you for doing that.
Thank you. It's not even scary, bro. It's nothing. Like it's just it's a weird ass like enlightenment now to just see the signs that I didn't see before. And this is gonna sound crazy, bro. When I came back from Japan, I didn't drive for a year. So I was like, I always told myself since I was a little kid that as soon as I got the opportunity to, I was gonna buy a British racing green BMW with the tan leather interior, and at that time the white stripe. That was just how the 2020s were back in the day. Not the 2020 year; it's a model called the 2020. When I came back in 2006, I hadn't drove for like a year. Had a little bit of cake saved up because I was out of country. I just didn't spend money like that. And I came in. I bought my first Beamer. Do you know what I've noticed ever since? I'm on number 10 at this point. I see Beamers everywhere. I didn't really see them like that until I had one. You know what I mean? And so now that I fully understand, not fully, nobody understands it fully. Now that I understand more like what this ADHD life is about, and now that I've been researching and paying attention and looking to it, and of course the algorithm is feeding me more because I made the video that told the whole planet that, okay, your boy is a little bit twisted. Um, I realized things, even things that Kleb told me about how it manifests for them. I heard it, I laughed, but I wasn't living in it. Now that I'm living in it, I was like, Kleb told me this is exactly what goes on inside the head. And I might have just took it as everybody does that. No, not everybody, just a select few. So, yo, y'all have no idea. If you don't have it, you have no idea how, yo, it's a trip. And here's a quick one. I got to go to the fat doctor. By the way, hopefully he's going to tell me, but I think I am like 234 right now, which started at 276. So I think that's what I'm going to get today. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm going to ask you this question. If I post this on the screen, okay, and then you read that comment, what do you hear in your head?
When I post, like, is this a particular comment? I have to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it bigger
Or you
so I
can't
know
see
which
Kleb's
comment it
comment.
was.
Here, let me embig him. Oh, Paul
Which one?
embig
Put it
him.
up again.
I'll put it up again. I'll put Kleb up how much times? She's cute.
When you're using AI for everything, what's the point of sharing on social? What's the point of having creative ideas or endeavors?
But in your head, what do you hear? Do you hear Kleb or do you hear your voice when you read?
Oh, I hear my own voice. Yeah.
That's ADHD. People
Yeah.
who don't have it, they don't hear anything. They can just read. They can
Mm,
just read without
right.
the echolalia popping off in their brain. I've
Mm-hmm.
been reading like my whole life. I even tried before. I bought this thing way back in the woo-woo days where you tried all kind of scientific stuff. It was like $600. You put it on your head and it plays pink and white noise interchangeably while you read in order to make you read faster because you can't use your own voice when your head is full of. And I did it. I thought it was going to help. It ain't help. But yeah, so that's one of the weird things about us, which I think I've always known, but I didn't know until I started paying attention. Like it literally is a thing. Like the first time you start going around packages looking at the back of how much sugar be and shit, the first time you get told you get pre-diabetes, yo, there's wild amount of sugars and things you ain't even know. That salad dressing you love so much, it's like a half a bag of sugar in that motherfucker. It's spicy, still got sugar. Like it's crazy. Once you start paying attention to it, you pay attention to it. And so one more quick suggestion. If you're really serious, first of all, please reach out. We're going to go hand grab some folks. We're going to reach out. Cleb, I would love for you to be one of the first people to come on because we love you and it will help us get our practice in. Raphael, you're an established creator. We would love to have you come on and help us get some practice as we formulate the new show. So we're going to have some people that come through. Now the funny, listen, listen. Before I give you this homework, this is how funny this shit is to me. I told our whole community, leave Paul the fuck alone. Don't mess with my internet wife. Because I think we're at the point where she don't really want to make content and she's super good at making all of us look good. I'm like, leave her the fuck alone. Don't bug her about it anymore. We're not going to harass her about the stream deck. Just leave her alone. As soon as I said leave that bitch alone, you know what she did? Posted like fucking 3 videos. I'm gonna punch her in the nuts. Good thing
Wow.
she not post-op because I can still punch her in the nuts. I'm like, I fucking hate her. Fucking hate her. So it's kind of funny. Like, maybe this going to work for the rest of y'all. Me and Mary Lou, like, fuck
Interesting.
you, we quit. We'll see what happens. Maybe that's the
And
case.
that's the thing, like with we're fostering this dog right now, right? And like I was able to train my
I
cat, so
saw
I'm
that
like, I can
video.
train this dog. Listen, I'm tired. Is I like this dog is so sweet. Dog life is not for me. But I'm working on training him because it's like, gives him something to do. And like I understand the basics of training. And it's when there's something bad, right? When they do something bad, the instinct is pull him away. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But it really is like, let's not look at the negative behavior. So he's doing something bad. You just like take the attention away. And then he does the thing that you want. Is this how it's working for you guys? Like, because we're looking at you and we're talking about the like stuckedness. So you're like, great, the stuckedness gets me attention. And then we're like, leave her alone. And then here comes the stream deck videos.
No, it was other videos about other content, but it was just the fact that Paul hadn't posted for a minute and then, everybody was bitching and making trouble to Paul. And Paul even ran away for like 3 days, tried to blame it on being busy with Valerie. But next thing you know, Paul made a video. I'm like, we told the hoe to just forget it, do whatever you want. And then she made a video. I was like, I'm going to kill Paul. When I see this motherfucker in Massachusetts, we're going to fight. We're going to absolutely
But I
fight. Well,
love that.
after
It
I
makes me
after I
so
give him a big
happy.
ass hug, then we're going to fight. Because, but it's, I think you're right. I think you're right. Maybe sometimes when you're like, you can't, I forgot, like, there's things like when you try to squeeze it out, you can't over squeeze it because it'll bust out the back end. Like certain
Hmm.
sauces or whatever, you got to like squeeze it correctly because it is like, what do you call that thing when you make the flowers on the cake?
The piping, the
The pipette,
frosting,
the
the
piping bag. Yeah.
decoration. Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
maybe Paul's like a piping bag. We squeeze it too much, all the frosting fly out the other way, and you just got a big ass mess. So we left Paul alone, and now he got little flowers like, happy birthday, motherfucker. Like, is what it is. It just comes out. So what I want to suggest to everyone here, just so that you can get a real deal feel of what's cracking, and it's going to sound crazy, if you happen to have an additional throwaway Gmail account, use that. Like, I have a whole bunch of YouTube channels that are semi-dormant, right? Go to those, erase Go to the section inside the history where it says erase all watch history. So just like straight erase it. Then, before you do this, have a list of videos and creators that you absolutely need to ride with, that you need to see. Okay? For me, I would just take like Mel Robbins, Tony Bellew, Trevor Noah, of course, Gary Vaynerchuk, Simon Schuster, Simon Sinek. Go just down your list of folks, whoever it is, right? Mary Lou, Raph, whatever. Build your perfect algo on a brand new page. Spend a week in that page. Try not to use your other one other than for you to post what you're posting. Don't watch any videos on the channel that you post on. If you're going to watch something, watch it on this brand new, clean, pristine channel with the unadulterated algorithm. And see if your content game doesn't pick up, because now you're watching what you want to make. Now you're paying attention to what you're going to create. Because just like you're an amalgamation of your 5 closest friends, you are also an amalgamation of the content that you watch. And strangely enough, due to interconnected cookies and whatnot, this will not only clean up your brain a little bit because you get to take out some of the hane, but it will also start to affect the videos you see on the TikTok and the Insta shit. It will flex out, right? And then there is a way to reset your Instagram algorithm. There is a way to reset your TikTok algorithm, but maybe everybody needs to do a hard-ass reset on what you've been algorithming about. Don't worry, everything is so searchable. All of this shit you done saved and whatever, you can get it all back. It's not that big a deal. A lot of people say, I can't switch music platforms because I can't find out my albums again. The search mechanism is so dope, you can find the damn albums again, right? And also, to Raph's point, click on the 3 dots and be like, I ain't interested in anything that is distracting you. You can always come back to it when you have time. And one last thing to coin Kleb. Even though you say you are busy, I don't give a shit. Find a new hobby. That's not social media. So when you sit down and you bored, pull out your field notes and start writing notes about your new hobby. It doesn't have to be content creating. For Katie, it's making those weird ass shapes out of yarn and raising chickens. So every time you're about to pick up the phone to go hit the social media, pull out your little notebook and write down 3 or 4 lines of whatever is in your head. It doesn't matter what it is. But instead of grabbing the phone, grab a notebook. Because at least then you're creating, not consuming. That is my prescription for the week. I'll turn it into a form of video for today, and then we'll see what happens. And I got to go to the doctor, but Raph, I know you are bisexual when it comes to DaVinci and Final Cut. You know the tools that you made for Final Cut? Is there anything like that in DaVinci? If not, are you planning on making it? And if so, let me know. I'm in no matter what. I'll buy 20 of them. I only need one. Because I would be trying to just drag, when I'm working in DaVinci, I want to drag one of Raphael's little swipes, and it ain't that easy in DaVinci. I'm like, shit, it's so easy in Final Cut. So what I've been doing, is just chopping it naked in DaVinci, rendering the video, opening it back in Final Cut, and adding the Raphael sauce and exporting, which is really stupid. But that's what I've been doing. Anyway, you could DM me to answer that question if you don't, because the algorithm's going to go dumb. Anyway, I got a doctor's appointment in 15 minutes. I'll let you guys know how fat I am on social media in a couple minutes when I get back. Mary Lou, I don't say this enough, but absolutely love you to death. Like this real, as strange as it is, like being selected as bestie for the last 2 years has absolutely made a massive freaking dent in my life, like getting me into therapy, making me be nicer to people, the whole 9 yards. And so again, even if we can't do Creators Unstuck, fuck it, we could just come here and talk shit for an hour, because I love you more than I love cake. And Dr. Gotcha said I can't eat cake.
Thank you for saying that.
For real.
That hit me in the feels.
Find somebody that you love and tell them you love them. Don't be an asshole. Okay? That's it. That's your creators unstuck for the week. Cleb, I can't wait to see you next week too. We're gonna have a blast. See you guys soon. Love you people. Mean it. And we're looking for entries. So call. Okay? Let us know. You can DM either one of us. Doesn't matter. All right, I gotta run. Love you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.